Hello and welcome back to episode 49 of our Oxygen Not Included Let's Play. Let's get right to it. Let's start off by, I just noticed that these statues did not get rebuilt. So, let's go to furniture, metal block, gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And I guess we have one more over here to build as well. Metal block, gold, bone. Is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, one more right here. Alright. No problem. Just improving the decor. And yeah, everything going pretty smooth. Insufficient oxygen generation because this is underwater at the moment. We pumped in a little bit too much water for these algae terrariums. I don't have it on any sort of automated loop, so that's a bit of an issue. These require emptying, and I suppose we might as well just say that people can come in here and empty this out. I don't have a way of getting water up into here right now, because I haven't sort of split off a little water outlet from our pump, but not a big deal. And yeah, we're just going to continue incubating up here and producing slicksters. And eventually we'll expand the slickster ranch to other locations. But for now, we're going to leave it as things are. Okay, new duplicant. Let's not delete a person with diver's lungs like we did last time by accident. The stipulation is that we take anybody and everybody with diver's lungs and we accidentally deleted a guy. Lots of fried mushrooms now, because these farms, they're up and running. So I think our food problems are pretty much done. We were running just kind of a little bit low on food. We'll eventually get these wart seeds from over here. We do need to dig out a little bit. I guess we'll just dig through this. It's faster. We're moving ice over to here. Is that correct? Alright, so this is... These water levels will stay fine, and eventually we'll bring the temperature down a little bit. Wow, there's a little shine nymph here. Okay, perfect. That's fine. Thought there was a pacu fish, and I wondered how in the world that happened. This will open up more sleet wheat for us. In fact, while we're at it, let's go to harvest plants and enable auto harvest on all of these. Just in case we run into them, we'll harvest these as well. Okay, so Slickster Ranch up and going. Temperature-wise, things are fine in here. We have our incubator up and running. We're going to set this to 10%. Well, we'll set it to 15. Say it's a 6 though. Okay. And these slickster ranches that we're going to set up sort of along this level are going to supply an oil reservoir, which we're going to pump out and send to our plastics and everything else that we want to do here. We're a little bit low on coal again, so digging out another coal deposit would not be a bad idea. Digging it out somewhere where we have a little bit easier time getting to it would be nice, but we're running out of those options. And we're still looking for the ideal spot to break into space. We've already kind of breached the surface, so asteroids will start coming down, which is fine with me. Now we want to focus a little bit on finding that perfect location for setting up our vacuum tubes, having our drop-off stations, having enough room to set up all the buildings that we want, so on and so forth. Looks like this is done, so plant, and plant. Perfect. In the long run, we're going to want to set up just a little temperature control area here. Basically, if this temperature gets too low, we want it to increase. But right now, this is fine. 82 degrees is perfectly fine with me. And I think we're just going to use this incubator to snap up any eggs that these guys drop and grow the population inside of our Slickster Ranch that way. Okay. So, future things to accomplish. Number one, we'd like to start pumping this natural gas into natural gas generators and ultimately replace all these coal generators with... okay, this is literally just pumping this. And this is putting polluted water out into here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So, we're going to want to shift away from coal, even though we have the hatch ranches up and going, and there's plenty of coal to mine out on the map, just because it's a little bit of a time sink. I'd rather be having us spend our time on other things. I think there's enough CO2 at this point that I don't really feel pressed to break into the CO2 vent over here. Not that big of an issue for us. And yeah, we're just going to gather up Slickster eggs whenever we can. We'll dig out this area, that way if they lay a Slickster egg we can get down here and grab it. But that's how we're going to transfer the rest of these Slicksters, I think, is just by using the eggs. We got a couple of them in here already, get things going. And I'm just repeating myself at this point. Okay, so let's continue exploring. Ooh, this is a large cold biome. Okay, let me pause for a second. And there's a neural vacillator here. Let's check out the base. Is there anywhere that really needs any more cooling? This is all pretty good. Maybe just right here. I wouldn't mind that. So let's go furniture and set up a few more flower pots. This area is almost pretty much set for cooling, as is this area over here. Huh. So, what else do we want cooled? I mean, ultimately, whatever space area we end up going into, we're going to want cooled as well. We're looking kind of good on that. Regolith, granite. Maybe we should just punch through here. Where do we want to set up our airlocks? I like setting up our airlocks as close to space as possible, and just have vacuum tubes get us up there. I'm still just hemming and hawing about where I want to get into space. Let's put some more cooling here for now, and just ignore that this is getting a little bit too cold. Kilns up and running. Slickster base going. I don't think Dreco Ranch is a huge priority at the moment. There's some things we can optimize. Getting this natural gas going to somewhere useful is good as well. Huh. Okay. Frankie, you are done as a tenured scientist. How are we doing on... I don't really need you as a farmer. I really want you as a rancher. I'm not sure why I have you there. Frankie, you know what? If you've already accomplished that, then I think let's just get you onto Exosuit Engineer. We want to start getting a lot of people onto Exosuit Engineer because it becomes a lot more important as you spend more and more time in these areas with exosuits. I mean, that seems pretty obvious, but it is actually a pretty critical skill to improve their efficiency. Yeah. Shovels are wandering around. I also am a little bit worried that Shovels will go into my base, which is not what I want. So maybe I should just seal some of this area off. Yeah. What to do. Well, I think for now, let's just start getting this place all oxygenated. And we'll do that by setting up some deodorizers. Let the polluted water up there turn into oxygen, give us a nice habitable place next time we want to check it out. And yeah, let's start digging out some of this, I think. So, finished up here. Let's get this extra cooling in the base. There we go. And yeah, let's dig out here. So, granite seems fine to me. dig our way up. Get out through here. Dig out this. Dig out this. I'll cancel that dig. And probably want to get out through here as well. Seems like a decent idea. Okay, let's clear out like so. Get our way up to this neural vacillator. Dig out this. Alright, cool. Might as well smooth out a little bit here. Decent amount of sleep wheat around here, which will be nice. Improve our food situation even further. But we're kind of good on fried mushroom right now, so not feeling like we're in too bad of a shape there. I just want to explore upwards and see if we can't get ourselves a good space location. I'm still just wondering where exactly we're going to crack in. It's possible that we just want to say screw it and start digging through a lot of these areas and basically just have some sort of air filtration set up. Like we'll airlock it, but then we'll look for ways to pump out this hydrogen and chlorine and replace it with oxygen and get our way up here. Because getting just basically being able to have one of these main central axes just continue up is a pretty good idea. Yeah, okay. Let's actually start working on that. I think that's actually going to be a goal. We are going to start making our way up here. Hydrogen I don't mind cracking into. We can deal with that because it will only rise. It's the chlorine that I'm worried about a little bit more. And just continue on far up like this. I think that might ultimately be what we do. If we can't find just a nice straight shot that we have to end up going through some chlorine or some whatever anyways, let's just have it be a straight shot on sort of the central axis of the base. I think that will be the goal. There's a lot of oxygen here. We've got a lot of oxygen production here, so we're gonna go up through here pretty well. Deconstruct this, dig out this. There we go. There's no slime lung or anything here, right? Yeah, I don't even really care about deodorizing this too much. I suppose we might as well take a little bit of a detour to snap up some of this while we're at it. Yeah. Grab ourselves some more coal. We're at that point where we can just use more coal. We haven't kind of switched away from coal yet. How are these guys doing? Groomed, happy, everybody's chilling. Chilling like villains. Perfect. And we're just going to keep incubating here. We'll need another Slickster Ranch eventually to take care of excess, but not a rush. And we just continue to explore. Okay, who do we want to assign to this? I mean, let's go with Bert. Bert, you and Frankie have suffered so much. Let's give you the extra brain powers here. We went with Catalina. She's fine. But I'm going to reward the dupes that were so loyal to us. All these years. All these cycles. Nope. The ones who burned and suffered. Is this? Yeah, okay. Anti-entropy thermal nullifier is up here. That's great. Jobs mastered. Sure. Yeah, more exosuit engineers. Seems like a good idea. Is there... Oh, there is. There is something here. Okay. Let's go ahead and ladder up a little bit further then. And... Whoops. See what we can see. We'll see what this is. Maybe it's something useful. Maybe this is a new industrial area. Not that we really need it. Yeah, alright. I'm feeling good. We'll need a little bit more oil here, but we still have a lot. I mean, this is a pretty wide reservoir here. This is all filled up with ice. Yeah, these temperatures are starting to come down now. Perfect. Alright, this is looking great. Maybe this is just the plan. Just straight shot up here. Just straight shot up here. Deal with the gas as it comes down. Maybe we want to set up our little solution to that down here as well. Yeah. Bert, come on. Get your prize, man. While we're at it, we have some snazzy suits to give out. Herald. Meep. Is there another one? I think it was just the two, right? Alright. Yeah. Alright. These are cranking out oxygen. It's getting it all purified. That's good. Okay, so what is this? What do we have up here? We can clear out this and this. Mirthleaf, sure. Maybe we should be focusing on digging out some more wolframite as well. It's pretty useful. Liquid chlorine. It's cold. It's a little awkward. Is this another? This is another anti-entropy thermal nullifier. Okay, so we have two. I already have a third one down here, though. I thought there were only two per map. That's interesting. Let's dig out this area as well, then. Yeah, why not? Dig out any of this. Okay, so we're looking for our way to space. One of the next things we also want to work on is just improving. We don't really need this. This can be open. Some issues here. We'll just let it pool down here for now. Okay, what was I saying? We want to improve sort of the efficiency of the base, but it's a little bit of a catch-22 because, again, I want to find that good location for us to crack into space with, and that's going to define a lot of where we set up our vacuum tubes and drop-off points and so on and so forth. There's things I want to change over here with this natural gas, getting this pumped out and having it supplied to a natural gas generator. But I don't really, like, none of this is super important at the moment. These are dormant at the moment. They'll come back on in 7 cycles and then 23, and we'll get more coolant so we can do more operations. But like right now we're a little bit coolant limited. We've basically got like a layer here and then a little bit extra. So that's not really that important to us. Yeah. This is at 27 degrees now because we've been pumping pumping this stuff up to here. It'll cool down. Yeah, I mean, the industrial area has done its job basically, and we don't need more at the moment. So I'm thinking we just hold off on it. Let's get this finished so we can continue this work. I think ultimately what we're going to do, we're just going to push up through here. We're going to establish a space area up here. And these explorations are nice, but I think we're ultimately just going to settle for this. So, I do want, jobs mastered, to set up a sort of gas filtration dealio. More exosuit engineers, please. That way we can filter out any of the gases that come down here, and also this will be an opportunity to pump up oxygen up into this area that we need it. Unless we find some way of producing oxygen up here, but then getting oxygen from our base up there is going to be important. Vacuum tube drop-off points are probably going to be here and here, although maybe just here if we're using this as sort of the central axis. I could believe that. And yeah, we're just going to take this chlorine, pump it out, put it somewhere, just store it somewhere basically. In fact, maybe we can just start doing that right now. Just break in through here. Yeah, maybe that's actually a good idea. Okay. So, on the next episode, we are going to set ourselves up a little gas filtration facility, say around right here, and start pumping out. Pumping out some of this chlorine. That way we can just go up through here without having too much chlorine fall into our base. I think that is the plan for next episode. I'm going to cut things here, and I'll see you guys then.